Hey, Com252. We are in chapter 9 and we are talking about nonverbal communication. What is nonverbal communication? See, get it? Silent dad joke. It's just like that. There's so many different channels that we communicate in, right? We talk about so many different, we just, we talk, but the way you say it, we've talked about inflections, but also your nonverbal. Are you sitting like this? Are you open? Or how far close do you stand next to somebody if you're a romantic relationship? We will talk about all of this as we go through this chapter. All right, nonverbal communication is different from verbal. Nonverbal communication uses multiple sensory inputs. Now, what does that mean? Non-sensory channels. It means that there are several different ways. You look at someone's eyes, you look at their face, you look how they stand, you look if they're sweating, you take all this. It can be cold in the room, it can be warm in the room, it could be all these. This was also affected. Nonverbal communication is more ambiguous. Hmm. Hmm. How many of you have a poker face? Nonverbal communication has fewer rules. Just does. Why does every culture in the world understand this? Why? There are nonverbal communication that every culture in the world will understand. Now, you could do the middle finger, that'll mean different things to different places. But for the most part, shrugs, yeah, no. Why? Think about that. Nonverbal communication has more meaning. What it is that we interact with everyone so often that we forget how much information we're taking just by seeing somebody because we text, we call. Well, we don't, you all don't call anymore, but we text. Nonverbal communication is influenced by your culture, by your family. Do you keep a stoic face? Do you express stuff yourself? Do you have hands that talk? Or some of you, you could not say a sentence if I tied your hands together. You couldn't do it. Nonverbal communication is influenced by gender. Women tend to be a little bit more open, touchy, feely. Depends on the woman, actually. I think a lot of this is misguided and stereotypical. Nonverbal communication is liberated and challenged by technology. We are able to send text. That technically is nonverbal, but we also have had to create, as I've said on here before, emojis to just tell how we're doing. How many of you sometimes would rather do a meeting on Zoom or in person? I've got to where Zoom is convenient, but in person, you just get so much more out of it. You just get to be around people. Human beings are social creatures, right? Nonverbal communication has codes, nonverbal codes, little things that we say and do. And we communicate through body movements, through our facial expressions. Like, I don't, we have so many different facial expressions. And that's just not even and you get to know someone's through eye contact. We're basically predators letting know the other predator by looking them in the eye that we don't mean anything. Gestures, like I've been doing here. We do posture, how we stand, intimacy, power. All these things are through it. If you stand straight, you usually come off as more powerful, right? We have communicating through voice. Some of us have good voices. Some of us have good voices. I'm joking. We have good tones. We have pitch and loudness and speech rate. So I'm going through this chapter really fast. Why? Is it because I'm bored? No, it's because we went over a lot of this before. We're going to talk about something called haptics. It's like sense through touch, right? Friendship, warmth, touch, maybe here, but do you walk up to your friend and do this? No. Or this? Or how we do it? Or why do we do? It's something completely, or this is something completely different than, right? We have different ways that we've been deemed by society, that has been deemed by society to be appropriate and inappropriate depending on what your relationship was of the other person. Then we have something called personal space, which is proxemics. So proxemics, intimate space ranges about 0 to 18 inches. So it's between me and Stay Puff right here. It's like oh, you know this person personally or intimate. I think this is kind of wrong. I think I can know somebody personally in personal space, and this ranges between 18 inches to 4 feet. I think I can know somebody personally to be a little closer than just that 18 inches. And then social space, where you're kind of walking in, and in public space. And this is all proximate. And what that means is it's proximity to you. So you can tell a lot, and this has happened to me before. I actually happened to me just a few weeks ago while I was doing a Scarefest. As far I went on to a panel, I was over in a corner and someone was talking to me in front of me, and somebody got said some comments because they were so close to me. I didn't think anything of it. We judge people by where they're standing next to people. We communicate through our physical appearance too, right? Past a wedding dress and a tux, you just how you adorn yourself, the jewelry you wear, the clothes you decide to buy. What you wear tells a lot about you. If you're that, and to see, I almost said lady without saying dude, but if you're that lady at the office who's going to already start wearing the Christmas sweaters with the cats on them or something like ding 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 ding, and they have little jingly things, you all know who that is. Or the guy that will wear an obnoxious tie with a lining on it. No, no, I'm joking. We communicate through objects, how we decorate ourselves. Always remember, everything has communication value. And if communication is about getting what you want, then you need to remember how to read the room, understand what's going on, and see if you can pick up information around you to make sure that whomever you're trying to convince of something, you have something not on them, but you know enough to build something called common ground. Communication through the environment. The physical gestures are a physical way of of what we have, the buildings, the houses we pick. We express nonverbal communication by throwing our hands, how close we stand to somebody for intimacy, how far we stay away from somebody because we don't like them. We make a lot of communication and never say a word. Think about the ways that you do it. And what I would like you to do is, if you could, and this is your assignment this week, may take you a minute, I just want you to think for a second. Think about some nonverbal communication that has been misunderstood, whether it be you were standing next to somebody and a significant other thought it was too close and got mad at you later, or you were standing next to someone or touched somebody's arm and that person thought it was more than it was. Think about something that has happened nonverbally that you've caused and tell me about it in a couple of paragraphs and how that none of it was interpreted correctly, but not a word was said, or at least you were communicating, but somebody not what you were talking about, but the actual physical, the nonverbal environment affected it. Tell me a story about that. That is your assignment. All of you should have at least one, be able to tell me at least a paragraph or two. I'd like to have it by the end of the weekend. This is Joe. See you later.